Hi friends, how are y'all doing today? It's another rainy, wet day, kind of chilly out here in Gary, Texas, out at the lake house. And I love days like this. I'm a winter person. I love it when it's cold and raining or there's snow, which it doesn't really do here in Texas, but it did when I was up in Montana. Today I am in the mood, and I have been in the mood for a long time, for some stuffed cabbage rolls. Yum. Used to eat these a lot when the kids were little. And this is the best ever recipe. So I've got 2 pounds. You want lean hamburger meat? My husband got regular hamburger meat. It's not quite lean, but it's a good hamburger meat. And so all we're going to do is add 2 cups of cooked rice. I cooked that a little earlier. My no-fail rice recipe. I have a video for you. It's so simple. If you struggle with making rice, just watch that. So let me mix that in. It's a little bit warm still, which I'm surprised. That was about a half hour ago. But I don't want to cook the egg I'm fixing to put in it. I think that's good. Actually, since I've got 2 pounds here, I've doubled the recipe because I love these things. So I'm going to put 2 eggs in here. I'm going to put a half a cup of milk. Don't forget, I've doubled the recipe. I'll put the single recipe for you up at the top of the video, and then you can double it if you choose. You put in a chopped medium onion. Okay, I went overboard on the onions. I always do. They're my favorite. That one's not chopped too well. Oh, well, whatever. Somebody will get a big old piece of onion, which I hope it's me. And then, let's move these. We're supposed to put in some garlic. I'll put how much it is. I can't remember what I put in this bowl, but I probably put at least 6 cloves. I love garlic. And it needed it for that big old batch of hamburger meat. I've got some garlic salt as well. It's going to give it such a good flavor. And I want some... Oh, and you want some onion salt or onion powder as well. We're going to put some salt to taste. I didn't have my onion powder. No worries, I put in a bunch of onion. And I'm going to put some pepper. I like a lot of pepper. Matter of fact, I think I want to put a little more salt because I want these really flavorful. And on the recipe, I'll write down how much you're supposed to put. So I'm going to start mixing this up. That's how easy that was. So I've got that all mixed together. Got a bunch of hamburger meat there. Yum. The next thing we're going to do is make the sauce. Wasn't that easy? So you're supposed to first, I'm doubling it. So I'm using a big old can of 29 ounces of tomato sauce. And so you're going to use 15, I guess, if you're only making a single batch. I love these cans. They're so useful. And then I've got 6 tablespoons, because I doubled it, of brown sugar. Put that in there. I've got worcestershire sauce. I think I've got 6 tablespoons of that as well. Put that in there. If I'm wrong, I'll put it in the recipe directions, but I think that was correct. And then you want 4 tablespoons of lemon juice, fresh squeezed preferably. I've got some seeds in here, so I want to strain it. Going to be so good. And then we want salt and pepper. Let's say that's about good. I don't want to go too crazy overboard. I could. And some salt. I probably got about a teaspoon and a half of kosher there. Use whatever kind of salt you have. And then we're just going to mix it all up. So much better than using tomato soup like I used to do when I was a young woman just starting out learning how to cook. I mean, don't get me wrong, those are really good. I used to have a friend named Terry. Back then her name was Terry Nar. Hi Terry, if you ever get to see this. And she I think she was Polish. And she introduced me to these originally, and they called them gumpkies. So for years, I always thought they were gumpkies. But they were made with a tomato soup. They were so good. These are even better. Okay, that's mixed up real well. So we've got our meat. we've got our sauce. Let me clean the table up just a little bit. So I've got a big old platter of cabbage here. I boiled the whole head earlier in a big old pot of water. It was the biggest head of cabbage I could find. Then I took it out of the hot water and let it cool off, cut out the core, and carefully peeled some nice sized leaves off of it. Some of the outer leaves were a little overdone, so I just saved those. I'll make something really good with that cabbage. And they get more done on the outside than the inside pieces. The inside pieces are always much firmer and easier to use, so save all the little pieces that fall apart, because I'll be making some good smothered cabbage or something with that. So what we want to do is move this out of the way and get started rolling. So all you do is you put yourself down a cabbage leaf. I think I'll cut off that hard part. That won't roll too easy. And then you're going to get you a spoon. I'll get you enough for a serving and put it in there. And all you do is now tuck those ends and then roll. And you've got you a beautiful little cabbage roll, stuffed cabbage roll. Put it in your pan. I'm going to use, I don't think I have a big enough casserole pan here at the cabin, so I'm going to use this shrimp boiling pan. It's nice and big and will work perfect. I greased it because I don't want the cabbage to stick to it, if possible. So let's get another one going. Let's cut that off. Get that over there. Get our scoop of hamburger meat. Don't want to skimp too much because somebody might complain. Might be me. So roll that over there. Tuck in your sides. Keep rolling. Perfection. Put it in your pan. So, and so on and so on. Let me roll some more of these up. Hi. It's that beautiful time of day when dinner is ready. I have pulled this out of the oven, and I checked it in my 45-minute time frame I gave myself, and it wasn't near done. I cooked it for another 30 minutes. I forgot to tell you, you needed to cover this up while it was cooking. So let's take a gander. Smells good. Oh yeah. Of course, look at that. Man, that smells good. And so, yesterday I was in Henderson, Texas, down on the square, and I stopped in at the Curious Wren and their antiques, gifts, and jewelry. And I met two of the nicest people there. They're a couple named Billy and Bill. And so I just wanted to give you all a shout out and say hi. And Bill, I think you're going to like this. You need to try this. It's really kind of healthy. It's got beef and cabbage. There's your vegetable and your protein. So come on. Anyway, now all I got to do is try it. So let me serve up a good piece. Oh, of course the dog wants out. Let's see if I can do this. Hold on. He's snorting. Let me put you on pause, and I'll be right back. Oh my. Looks good. And I'm sure the dog will want back in before I get done here. But I'll try to ignore him. So the only thing to do now is to cut into this. Oh, yes. How's it look? Oh, yeah. Looks good. And I want a little more sauce. I love the sauce. Yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. All right, let me cut me a bite. I want to get a little bit of sauce and a little bit of cabbage. That's a big bite. You know I'm notorious for taking a bite and then I can't talk. Let me try to get it a little bit smaller. Okay. Oh, see? You hear the dog? Let's give this a try. Hold on, Finny. so good. Ooh, yes, I gotta pour a little more of that sauce on there. Don't burn me. That's so good. You guys are really going to enjoy these. I'll give these a try for dinner one night. They're so easy to make. Anyway, it's been good being with you again. And I'll try to cook again real soon. Have a wonderful day. Toodaloo.